How to face the fear of judgment. That's the topic of today's Soul Sovereignty and Sexuality podcast with myself, Jessica Falcon, international soul embodiment guide and a relationship coach. Following up on the last podcast episode on how to speak your truth, because often one of the reasons that we don't speak our truth is because we fear being seen. And the reason we fear being seen is because we fear being judged. And the fear of judgment is quite common. It's very commonplace. In order to face the fear of judgment, you have to look at the judgment. So get really clear. What is it you are afraid of? Be very specific. Take some time after listening or while listening, jot these down. What specifically are you afraid of? What do you think people are going to judge you for when you say XYZ truth, when you do XYZ thing, when you show up as? What will people judge you for? How will they judge you? What will they say? What will they think? What will they do? The clearer you get on this, the more you can see the belief and the fear underlying that. Often it comes down to things like, they're not going to think I'm good enough. I'll be weak. They'll think I'm stupid. They will see me as unworthy. They won't love me anymore. They're going to think I'm bad or wrong. Okay, so they're going to think all these things. This is what you think they're going to think, right? Because a lot of the fear of judgment is actually projection onto the other person. Instead of giving them the opportunity to really see you, you're projecting what you think they might think. So you silence yourself, or you stop yourself from doing that thing you think they might not like, even though they never said it. So once you get this list, once you're really specific, what exactly are you afraid of being judged for? Then get to the root. Okay, so if I think that they're going to think I'm weak, okay, why? What does that mean? I'm weak. I'm not strong enough. I'm not good enough. They won't be able to rely on me. They won't want to be in relationship with me. Keep going. They will reject. They'll abandon. Keep going. Get to the root. See the beliefs. See the thoughts. Notice what are the emotions underneath this. Notice where they are in your body. I did a podcast episode on how to face uncomfortable emotions. You might want to refer to go deeper into that. Then you have to ask yourself the question, am I judging this? Am I judging these things that I'm afraid others will judge? Because you probably are. If you weren't, you wouldn't be afraid of their judgment. If you weren't judging it, then you could face their judgment and still be okay. So whatever you're afraid other people will judge in you, you are likely judging in you as unworthy, as not good enough, as bad, as weak, whatever that story is. And that might be based on a past experience. That might be based on what you were told growing up. That might be based on an old relationship. And there's the healing opportunity. That's what I work with my clients one-on-one in, is healing the past wounds so you reclaim your sovereignty and your power. Because just because that happened before doesn't mean, one, it's your truth. Two, doesn't mean it has to be that way moving forward. Three, you're in choice. Four, you get to choose how you do want to live your life and how you do want to move forward. That's your power. That's part of being a divine being. We're here not for everything to be, quote, perfect according to the ego's idea of perfection. We are here so that you can align more and more to your own soul's truth. That's why you're here. So once you get clear, all right, I'm judging this. Why am I judging this? What's the root belief? What do I need to see? Can I accept this part of me? Can I accept my truth? Can I honor my truth no matter what? Am I willing to reveal this part of me, even if others judge me? Because I'm not going to judge me. Ask yourself this: can I reveal this part of me, even if others judge me, because I'm not going to judge me? There's your work. If the answer is no, because I'm still afraid they're going to judge me, there's the work. There's the emotional work. There's the belief work. There's the thought work. There's the energetic work. Maybe it's past life related. Maybe it's this life related. That's when you work with someone like me or someone else who can take you there to do that work, to heal that wound, to reclaim your power. Can you love you even when another person doesn't? Can you source love from within instead of denying yourself or hiding parts of yourself or sacrificing parts of yourself or silencing your truth because you need that love to come from another person because you're sourcing externally? Sovereignty is sourcing internally. If you're needing another person to love you so you feel loved, you're not in your sovereignty. And that's what creates codependent dynamics in relationships. That's what creates unhealthy attachments and a lack of boundaries. Can I honor me no matter what? Even if the other person doesn't honor me, can I? You have to ask yourself these questions in order to face the fear of judgment. Because if you're not willing to honor you, why should somebody else? Really? Can I face through rejection? Because I refuse to reject myself. That's where the self-acceptance comes in. That's where the self-love comes in. That's where the inner union comes in. Can I face the rejection because I'm refusing to reject myself, even if they do? We are so entrained to take the external world in and make it ours. Other people's judgment, other people's fears, other people's opinions, other people's beliefs. Taught to look out into the world and take all that into the mind, into the subconscious. The truth is, in order to be in your power and your sovereignty, you have to start looking in, access it inside, and then you radiate that out instead of taking the world in. Now, I'm going to make a note here that an intimate relationship, there's a further inquiry. If you are in an intimate relationship with somebody, intimate partner, family member, even intimate work relationship, and you are doing this internal work to create internal safety, to source acceptance and love from within. And when you do express your truth, you are faced with judgment, judgment, judgment. There is a problem there too, because you can only do your half of the relationship. And you can feel safe with yourself, but still not want to be in a relationship in which somebody is constantly judging you or telling you what to do. And that's where your boundary comes in. And then it's up to you to know your boundary, to honor your boundary. So there will be another podcast episode on boundaries coming up. So be on the lookout for that. You can subscribe on your favorite platform to the Soul Sovereignty and Sexuality Podcast so that you don't miss that episode on boundaries, because boundaries are key to healthy relationships. And you can also go to thepathtosovereignty.com and sign up. You'll receive a free womb meditation to activate your sexual life force energy. And that will also put you on the email list so that you get the episodes delivered straight to your inbox when they come out. We'll be diving a lot further into embodiment, into boundaries, into truth speaking in the online Temple of Divine Feminine Power. It's monthly. You can go to thepathtosovereignty.com to sign up. I'll also put the link below. That's a really great, accessible, affordable way to receive weekly support as you embody more and more of your inner power, your divine feminine power. Or you can work with me one-on-one in a divine activation portal. So lots of love to you. Post any questions or comments that you have, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next episode.